Hey Soul Fam, okay, no beating around the bush today. You already read the title. This video is about how can we manifest not just any old way, but the godly way. How can you ensure that what you are desiring and manifesting is done in a godly way? And what do I even mean by godly way? Okay, I want to jump right into it and kind of dissect as well why manifestation is so much deeper than we give it credit for. Like the fact that we're able to co-create our reality with the creator is such a powerful concept, idea, and ability that we have as human beings, and something that we should not take lightly and not just like manifest things to manifest things, but have purpose behind why we're manifesting what we're manifesting. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about how we can manifest in a godly way, how we can live the most fulfilled lives, receive our desires, but ultimately receive the most fulfillment from our desires, the most of the most, the best of the best. Like the creator doesn't want to just give us little breadcrumbs, give us a little bit here, a little bit there. No, the creator wants to give us everything, but that is up to us of how we are manifesting, what our intentions are behind it. So let's dive into it. I'm already getting ahead of myself. Make sure you're staying till the end of this video so you can hear exactly how you can manifest the godly way. Stay tuned. Hey Soul Fam, welcome to the channel. I am Rahosa, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It is such a blessing to have you here on this channel. So if you're interested on topics on spirituality, manifestation, self-development, self-concept, and ancient esoteric wisdom such as the Kabbalah, then make sure you're hitting that subscribe button because I talk about all of that. I talk about really any topic, deep or just fun or whatever is coming to me, productivity, empowerment, expression. I want to bring it all to you on this channel. So make sure you are subscribing below and join the fam. Okay, how can we manifest the godly way? And what does that even mean? So how do we actually manifest in this godly way? The first thing is we need to start at the level of desire. What are we desiring and why are we desiring it? Okay, so desire is our very essence as human beings. We all have desire, and that's a part of our very essence. Kabbalah even teaches us that we are on this earth to receive. In fact, the word Kabbalah, the ancient mysticism of Kabbalah, which is an ancient teachings that decode the Old Testament and explains how the stories, they're not meant to be taken literally. They're not meant to be just history lessons, but they're meant to teach us codes that exist within the universe and how we can live the best lives that we can today and ultimately forever. I talk about it a lot on my channel. In fact, I'm currently creating a little Kabbalah masterclass, so that'll be available here on YouTube as well, because I want to break down, Kabbalah A to Z. I've been studying it for many years, and I want to just share with you all the wisdom I have on it. But backing it up a little bit, Kabbalah teaches us that we were born to receive. In fact, the word Kabbalah literally translates to the word lakabel, which means to receive in English, in Hebrew. So the teaching of Kabbalah is the teachings of how we can receive not just a little bit, okay, everything. When we talk about the creator essence, we're talking about a limitless force of unconditional love, unconditional sharing, unconditional desire to fulfill every single manifestation desire that we have. And it's our role to understand and to learn how we can receive the ultimate blessings that are in store for us and for our soul and for what we came here for. So the first thing when it comes to desire is asking ourselves, what kind of desire are we asking for? The way I broke this down in my book is, are we asking for limited desires or unlimited desires? Meaning when we see the creator, like I said, the creator is an unlimited source. So when we seek for unlimited blessings, unlimited manifestations, that's what we will receive. If our desire is a limited desire, and yes, I'm going to break down what that means in just a moment. If our desire is a limited desire, then that's just it. It's going to be limited. It's not going to fulfill us to the most of our capacity that we can be fulfilled. So what does it mean to have a limited desire or a limitless desire? The way I break it down in my book is that a limitless desire is a desire that you have that does not stop with you. It does not end by you just getting the desire and poof, that's it. No one else is affected by it. It just has to do with me, my ego, what I want to feel fulfilled, what I want to feel some sort of lack and void within myself. That's a limited desire because I get the desire, it fills my lack, and then poof, it's gone. And then all of a sudden I'm wanting more and I'm craving more because I don't have enough. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you want to manifest a specific person because you feel unworthy, because you feel the lack of love in your life and you need something to fill that void. Or let's give another example. Let's say you want to manifest $50,000 so you can just get a $50,000 car, so you have something to show off to people. So what I'm saying here is you can desire those things. Like, I'm not saying there's anything you can or cannot desire. Ultimately, that is up to you. But what I am saying is you should think about, is the desire a limitless desire or a limited desire? So it's all about the intention that we're coming at our desire with, because you can have the same desire but a different intention, and it can be a completely different meaning. It creates a whole different feeling in the body. If I desire $50,000 just because it's filling some void, which is limited, it ends with me. As soon as I get the $50,000, I'm gonna feel empty again, because it was never about the $50,000. It was about filling the void. Versus if I'm coming at that desire from a space of, I desire this $50,000 so that it can, because I know that money is an energy exchange, and when I receive this money, I'm able to then give it out. I'm able to support the community. I'm able to further build the business, which I know is going to help so many people. That is a desire that when I receive that desire, it's not just ending with me, it's then being given back outward. It's being used now to share. So when we receive something for the sake of being then able to share it, that means we have a limitless desire. Limited desire means I get the desire and it's mine, it's done, it's like a vacuum. It gets sucked in. This is why when we have these instant gratification desires, like for example, I want to eat 10 pancakes right now because I just want to, because it's just gonna fill this lack and this void that I have inside of me, versus wanting to eat a nourishing food for the sake of nurturing my body, because when my body is nurtured, then I'm able to show up with the full energy that I can to show up for people in my life, to show up on camera, to help people that I meet across the street or whatever it is. But do you hear the difference in when it's like an instant gratification desire? Like, it's gonna fill my void right now, yes, but it's limited. It's like a spark that just dies out because there's nothing keeping it going. So what we should bring ourselves back to is think about literally the essence of the creator. The force that we're trying to tune ourselves into is unlimited. So why would we limit our desires? Why would we limit ourselves to just having a little piece of what we think we want when we can get the whole thing? For example, why should I say I want even $50,000 when I can say I want to feel secure, I want to feel the abundance constantly flowing in, because I know that with these resources, I will be able to do so much good in the world with these resources. So the question is our desire connected to the creator, connected to God, aka a godly desire, something we came to this world for? That's a big damn question. Did you come to this earth to fulfill this desire? Because this is why we have desires, because they're like, the way I like to explain it to people is it's like breadcrumbs that are leading you to your ultimate soul's purpose and what you came here for. So you gotta follow that desire, because at the end of the day, it's always teaching you something about why you came here. But the question we must ask ourselves when we are pursuing that desire is, where is it coming for, and how can I make it an unlimited desire? So I'm tapping into the creator will come into my life and support me and co-create with me as I manifest my desire into fruition. So ask ourselves, is this desire coming from the creator, from God, from my higher self, or my ego? Is it coming from me wanting to fill some void right now? And this might not be such a straightforward answer, but it's something that we should get ourselves to reflect on, to integrate, to just really ponder on, because there's a difference. There's a difference when our body is craving something, the ego is craving something, versus our higher self and the creator is showing us breadcrumbs of what we desire, because it's going to lead us to our highest path. And this is where we kind of talk about this paradox in spirituality, which I love. I absolutely love paradoxes, because two things can be true at once, right? If we're going with a limitless consciousness, of course that's the case. If you're talking in a limited consciousness, then it seems to the logical mind, what do you mean two things can be true at once? I want the one truth, the one reality of what's gonna get me my desire. But when we think from an unlimited space, the space of the creators in my life, anything is possible. The impossible can be made possible. Like, things are just able to flow in because you're tapped into the unlimited reality, the miraculous world, as I call it in my book. Okay, so the paradox that I want to present to you is this idea that when you have a desire, this is something you want to manifest, it's something you want to call in. That's perfect, that's beautiful, that's great, okay? But when you have, as soon as you have that desire, you have to be able to hold the paradox, hold the duality of desiring it so deeply, putting your focus and attention on what you desire, but then simultaneously simultaneously completely letting go and saying, God, creator, this is my intention, this is my desire, it's what I want, but I also trust that you know my highest path, you know my highest good, and I completely let go and trust that you're gonna only bring into my life and my movie what's gonna elevate me on my soul's journey and my soul's process, why I'm here, and I'm gonna leave the rest to you. This or something better. I know some of you may not like this, some of you may have already clicked off, and that's perfectly fine with me, because this is what I have come to understand after countless of trials and errors with manifestations. And I'm not saying my opinion might not change, it might, but when we can hold this duality, I find this to be the most powerful, because we're not fighting with our external reality, forcing it to change. We're saying, this is my intention, this is what I intend, but I'm not holding on so deeply, creating this excess potential, excess importance, holding it on a pedestal above me. I'm saying to God, the creator, I trust you that if this is meant for me, I know it's going to come into my reality. So I don't need to stress about it. Although we still want to take the necessary actions, we still want to put our energy, intention, and focus into cultivating, creating our desired reality. Yes, we want to do our part, but if we want to manifest in a godly way, then we invite God into the equation. We invite God into the manifestation process with us. This is a co-creation between these two aspects of ourselves, because we are 100% of us is God, but we are not all of God. We are a piece of God. So we are completely God. Everything in our being, it has the creator within us, but we're not the totality of God. Okay? I repeated this for emphasis because I believe it's so important for us to understand both the power that we have, but not to take it so far to the point where you think you're in control of the whole show. Because the truth is, we can try to control everything so carefully, we can manifest and affirm all we want for something to go exactly the way we want it to go, but then when it doesn't, who takes the blame? You. Because you start blaming yourself, you start beating yourself up. At least I'm gonna speak for myself. I in the past historically have beat myself up for not being able to manifest. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? All the pressure goes on me. And that's, in my opinion, a very disempowering thing to believe and a way to go about this manifestation process. We must be able to invite the creator into the manifestation process. We can't do this alone. This is something I've learned over this past year of being in the manifestation, law of assumption, attraction, whatever. I no longer I actually never did, but label myself into any specific category, name, whatever, because at the end of the day, we all need to just take what resonates with us and leave the rest. And I believe this is very important. What's true for me may not be true for you. What's true for you may not be true for me, the girl next door, whatever. What we need to be able to hold space for is also differences in opinions, differences in ways of viewing life, and differences of ways of manifesting, because we're all individually different. But what I can say, what I can't teach is from my experiences, what I can teach is from the things that I've studied and what I've learned. And one of the main teachers on my path has been the wisdom of Kabbalah. And Kabbalah teaches us we are all meant to receive. We all have the creator inside of us as well. So are we tapping into that unlimited resource that we have inside of us and calling in the creator to co-create this reality with us? Because like I said, we can't do this alone. We can't feel like it's all us. And that's a lonely paradigm to be living in as well. We are doing this. We're not alone. We're with the creator by our side. And with that power, you have to also have this like core axiom, this core belief, which I created a video on recently as well. You could check out the 5 core belief systems to adopt. I believe that's what I called the video, 5 core belief systems to manifest, whatever. Something like that. It's also in my book. So if you want to just read everything I'm working on, or if you want to just read everything that I'm talking about here, check out the book and you can go from there. But in one of the 5 core axioms is to believe that God is only good. This is a belief that we want to adopt that is such a core belief system, you no longer question it, okay? It's something you're just like, yeah, of course, this is my reality, this is what I believe. So you need to believe that the creator is working with you in your favor, on your side in this life, because with that foundational core belief, anything becomes possible for you when you have that one core belief that the creator is by your side. If you walk around life knowing, I am not alone in this, the creator is with me. It's such a powerful, empowering belief to hold, to know that you're not doing this thing alone, that it's not all in your hands. And yes, you have your part. And yes, you should, take the necessary actions and mindset work that's on your end. You can also give the rest to the creator. You can also let go. Paradoxes. Like I said, it's a beautiful thing. We can wrap our heads around it. We're smart enough beings to be able to expand our consciousness, to be able to understand how two things can be true at once, that we can find the balance and the duality within it all. Okay, so this is for us to really get deep, be honest with ourselves. Is what we're desiring a limitless desire or a limited desire? Again, I can't tell you what's right or wrong, and I will never tell you what's right or wrong. That is for you to uncover within yourself and to reflect on. Is this something that's going to feed me, nourish me, for the long haul? Or is this something that I think I want because it's going to bring me that instant energy, but then it's going to die off as soon as I get it? It's unlimited. It's coming from the wrong place, the wrong intentions. The place that we're coming at with our desire is one of the most important things. In fact, it's all about desire, right? What we're desiring for. If it's to fill a void, what are you doing? You're perpetuating that void. You're coming at it from a state of like, I need to fill this void, therefore stating that you have a void. And a lot of these processes are subconscious, so I'm not going to get super deep into all the subconscious workings, but I did want to just plant the seed out there for you to reflect on this. And if you can think of a way that you have been maybe coming at your manifestations from a limited place rather than unlimited place, please, if you could be so real, honest, and vulnerable with us in the comment section below and let us know like your journey, right? I want to be there for you. I want to chat with you about this. What do you think about this? Have you ever heard of anything expressed this way before? I would love to hear it, and maybe like you have a different way of expressing this and interpreting what I'm saying. So I'm always open to reading your feedback, your comments, everything. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. If you guys are not already, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Bye.